Welcome to the Introduction to the New Testament, an online course offered through Lubbock Christian University. My name is Sean Gross, and I'm proud to be your online professor. I do these mini video lectures for a couple reasons. One, to show you that there's a person on the other end of the computer that does care about you and your learning, and you're doing well. It also provides a chance for me to just kind of guide the reading for the week or expand on the reading from the week before. In these Prezi presentations, I'll also sometimes include YouTube videos, links to articles, or pictures to supplement your reading and hopefully bolster your understanding. Part of the benefit of being online is that it does fit your schedule. It also allows me to teach you from Cisco, Texas, through a university in Lubbock. My wife, Cassidy, and my 3-year-old, Ilea, we recently moved down here and opened a little coffee shop. I'm also pastoring a small church here and teaching this one course. So I do have the time to pay attention to you and answer your questions. I try to answer emails within 24 hours. And feel free to send me questions, whether it's questions on quizzes and the answers and how I came up with that or how I reasoned that out. Or if it's questions about your context chart or papers. Please feel free to email me and I'm here for you. As far as that goes, the syllabus is open for you. I encourage you to read it and look at it and really get a feel for what this course is about. Everything I've done in designing the course and preparing the week's assignments is geared towards your mastery of the course objectives. I do encourage you to get started early and keep up with the reading. It is very obvious to me when you don't do the reading, and in-depth reading is very different from even being culturally raised in Christianity. There are a lot of nuances, a lot of themes, and a lot of ideas that sometimes either go unnoticed, ignored, or sometimes even misconstrued. There are a few things that you need to keep on top of. Your papers, if you can access the assignments, then you need to read the assignment for the paper and read your text with the prompt in mind. The context chart is a little bit different from the timeline that a lot of y'all struggled through last semester. The context chart is emphasizing the importance of understanding the context in which each of the Gospels or the letters were written. Even though we live in a time where we think that the Bible was written for Lubbock Texans or Cisco Texans in 2012, they were written over 2,000 years ago in a different culture and in a different language. Without understanding the context, sometimes we either miss the point or we just glaze over something that might be important. Sometimes we miss out on certain themes or expectations or even things that would be understood in their culture but not ours. A prime example of this is the criminal that hung next to Jesus on the cross. A lot of times we'll think just criminal as far as someone who might rob your house or a person who is caught dealing drugs. We see them as a bad person. But in that time, the punishment of hanging on the cross was generally reserved for people who posed a civil threat against Roman authority, and they were put on the cross to show it as an example to the other Jews of don't try to raise up against the powers at hand. So most likely the criminal which we read as being a robber, the criminal is actually someone who may have been a revolutionary, someone who may have been organizing the Jews to revolt against the Roman powers. Of course, Jesus fit that description as well, just in a different sense. The New Testament was also written in the context of the Old Testament. The Jews and a lot of the readers of the New Testament, the original letters and Gospels, had a good understanding of the Old Testament, a remembrance of generations before who had actually had a kingdom of Israel, a physical kingdom that they could call their own, with a physical king. A lot of the underlying themes of the Gospels that you're going to read is Jesus proclaiming a new kingdom and people seeing him as the new king. And you'll see crowds gathering around him, and then when they find out he's going to be put to death, they disown him and they say, oh, he wasn't the one. So with these underlying themes and context in mind, I want you to read the New Testament anew. I want you to if you pray before you read and ask for some insights. And there's not a time when I pick up the Bible and I read it and I find something new, and I've read it quite a few times. So, in short, welcome to the course, and I'm looking forward to it. The new LCU system, if you're an old-time LCU student, then you're adapting to the new system just like I am. And we'll get up and going this week, and I'm looking forward to a great semester. Thank you all for being here, and have a good week.